Fuck off, Rosie. If I were the defender, I would just give up. Fair enough. And underscore saying the shot was almost impossible to save. All right. Well, we have now made it, finally, at great length, to round 3. Oh, man. This is going to be a mess, you guys. Look at all those fucking votes on that board. All right. So I am going to reset the votes and start everything fresh now that we're in round 3. Just throwing that out there. But if you haven't been around in a couple of weeks, we do round 3 a little bit differently. Or if you're new, which would count under the category of not having been around in a couple of weeks, but whatever. Yeah, take it easy, Gomez. So the way this is going to work now is I'm going to play all of these clips back to back, and you are going to type exclamation point vote and then the number of the play you want to vote for, right? So exclamation point vote 1, exclamation point vote 1 for the first one, vote 2 for the second one, yada, 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 down along the lines. And I'll try to clue you in on which one we're supposed to be looking at for, and you know, there's going to be, hopefully, there's going to be a little thing right here telling you what play we're looking at. So, yeah. All right. So, I'm going to reset these votes. And then we're going to watch all 9 of these plays back to back, and you're going to type exclamation point vote and then the number of the play you want to vote for. And Dream pointing out no spaces. Yeah. Shit, I'm not gonna remember 1 by the time I get to 8. I know it's gonna be tricky with this many, but don't worry, we'll spend a lot of time on these guys. It's also, just to be clear, not gonna be a thing of like, all right, well, 3, 5, and 7 got the most votes, so those are our nominees. Thank you very much for voting. Like, we're gonna look at the ones that have the most votes, and we're gonna talk about them a little bit and discuss them, and then gradually as we decide, okay, yeah, this should be a nominee, this should be a nominee, this should be a nominee, we're gonna put them in. So don't worry, it's not like you gotta get your votes right, the first time through. There's gonna be plenty of chance to, like, you know what, I actually do want to vote for this one, and I am gonna take. Oh, that's right. If you want to take your vote back, just type the vote again, right? So, if you type vote 2 and vote for number 2, and you're like, you know what, never mind, I don't want to vote 2, just type vote 2 again. We're only voting for 1 clip crowd. Absolutely wrong, Buck Dude. No. You can vote for as many as you want. Obviously, if you vote for all of them, your votes are going to cancel out, and you've kind of wasted your time. But you can vote for as many as you want. Yeah. All right. So I'm going to start playing through these. So first up, vote 1 for Jake Kaufman's backflip flick. Vote 1 for this one. I'm going to let it play out again because it doesn't have a replay. But this is going to be vote 1 for Jake Kaufman's backflip flick. Vote 1. And then, let's see, vote 2 for Turbo's read with speed. This is going to be vote 2.
And we're still alive in this one, but they're standing against a pretty tall task. 2 games in a row to win. Team Dignitas are on the one. And if it's Turbo Pulsar, when you're playing against a player like that, when he can just do this, then this, then this, you are in trouble.
All right, so that's going to be vote 2 for Turbo's read with speed. Vote 2. Am I? Okay. Woo, baby. I think we almost dropped out for a second there. My internet got shaky, but I'm still up, right? Can someone just tell me real quick that I'm still streaming? Because my internet dropped out for a second, and I just want to make sure we're still good. You're good? Okay, cool. Anyways, this is still Turbo, right? Yeah, this is Turbo, so that's vote 2. This is going to be Turbo again, with a overtime grand finals angle. So this is going to be vote 3 for Turbo's angle.
Seeing the kickoff goals happening from the both sides, and that reset sort of gives you a great opportunity. If your boost starts, bam, you're in an even situation again. Everyone starts from the very same spot, and these passes would work out.
Turbo!
Yes, they will. That's a champion, world champion for you, Turbo Pulso. Nice to know you, and from what a great pass from Violet Hand as well.
1-1 now. Dignitas are going to be able to equalize the series.
All right, so that's going to be vote 3 for Turbo's overtime grand finals angle. Vote 3. Next up, we got vote 4 for the really weird-ass marked by 8 super interesting goal. This is going to be vote 4.
In here in the second series, and already Bricks have to answer a couple of questions.
The lads with the first seed in entire qualifiers just absolutely getting done. Marked by 8. Oh, this was so good. I don't know, like, State just putting it back, trying to be a nuisance, and Mark by 8's just seeing the opportunity.
All right, so that's going to be vote 4 for Mark by 8's super interesting goal. That's going to be vote 4. Next up,
That's what
we
we get.
got K-Dop with his weird-ass, crazy shot, motherfucking pinch, floor, not actually flip thing. Vote 5 for this one.
And perhaps a little bit more coherence. Just dropping the ball like that really wouldn't help the
Oh,
smiling face.
K-Dop!
What?
Even Turbo Pulsar is shocked at that one. K-Dop getting it underneath Fairy Beat and double pinches it back in to the back of the net.
That's what we get.
All right, so it's going to be vote 5 for K-Dop's crazy ceiling flip thingy. Vote 5. And we got vote 6 for Haida's crazy angle on Scrub Stream. Vote 6 for this one.
Did you guys know we played off stream, right? We played against like probably some of the worst players, and we almost lost to them. Alright, we'll go watch this guy's stream then. Jesus, what the hell? Alright! No one done that in tournament.
Alright, so it's going to be vote 6 for Haida's crazy angle. Vote 6. Next up, we got vote 7 for Turbo's, like, weird hook around ceiling shot thing. That's going to be vote 7 for this one here.
Yeah. What in the fuck is Turbo doing? What the fuck did Turbo just do? Well, Turbo's fucking nuts.
Alright, so that's vote 7 for Turbo's hook around ceiling shot. Vote 7. Vote 8 here for Mikey's weird team play. Yeah, for Mikey's weird team play, this is going to be vote 8.
What just happened? I guess he keeps boosting there.
Alright, so that's going to be vote 8 for Mikey's weird team play. Vote 8. And then vote 9 for the Bayonet's double touch from the corner. Vote 9 for Bayonet. Alright, so that's going to be vote 9 for Bayonet. Alright, guys. So I'm going to run through these one more time just to kind of remind you of everything and let some people get their, last second votes in. So vote 1 was Jake Kaufman's little backflip flick. Vote 2 was Turbo's read with speed, where he sort of pops the ball up and comes and slams down and knocks it in. Vote 3 was Turbo's overtime grand finals angle. Kind of just a nice angle, but it is in overtime in the grand finals of a $1,000 tournament, so that's pretty cool. Vote 4 is Marked by 8's super interesting goal where he like pops it up and then lands, or he pops it up off the ceiling and his teammate kind of backflips it and he boosts down to shoot it into the goal. Vote 5 for K-Dop's crazy fucking ceiling thing where he, comes down and gets that last second flip. Vote 6, for Haida's back wall redirect. It's the one on Scrub Stream where he kind of like, hits it in from the back wall at a crazy angle. Vote 7 is going to be Turbo's hook around ceiling shot where he comes off the wall, gets around the ball and sort of pokes it in behind him. Vote 8 is Mikey's weird team play where he passes it to his teammate, he sort of pops it up and he sort of boosts through and slams it in. And then vote 9 is Bayonet's really tight corner double, the thing where he's in the corner and he gets it in. It's like really tight. We just watched it like 2 seconds ago. So yeah, all right. Looks like we got a pretty, okay. That's an interesting breakdown over there. I'm gonna just sort of hide this for a second because it gets in the way of all the seeing it on here. But obviously, the standout favorite is vote 5. And then it looks like 3 and 7 are also pretty much up there, and maybe 2 is hanging on 2, and maybe Haida, I don't know. And then we will also, like I said, we will still talk about Jake and Mark and Bayonet and see if anyone wants to really passionately argue and try to sway some people over to those. But for right now, it's looking pretty clear. Like we got a sort of clear 3. K-Dop, Turbo, and Turbo really seem to be standing out as the favorites. So let's go talk about K-Dop for a second. So this one,
So we get,
and
perhaps
definitely definitely looks like it's going in. I think it's got a lot of people voting for it. I don't even, what is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 of the 40 people who are here have voted for this one. So anyone who thinks this should not go in, speak up real quick and make your case, because you got a lot of people to convince to take their votes back at this point. What's up, Smork? How you doing, man? So yeah, anyone think this should not be nominated? Anyone have any way of arguing that this is not that cool, really? I'm not going to wait too long because I'm not really anticipating anybody successfully making this case, but I am leaving the floor open for any objections. Fuck, dude, saying I don't see a way you can go against this. I don't either, man, but, you know, I'm wrong like 90% of the time, so I figure I'll wait and see. Alright, yeah, I think let's just throw this in. Not a whole lot of excitement here waiting to see if anyone's going to oppose this. Alright, so K-Dop's going in. Yeah, alright. Let's see, who's next? Number 7, the other Turbo one? Yeah, alright, let's talk about number 7 for a second. So again, this one's starting with the presumption that it's going in. But anybody want to argue against it? I feel like maybe the argument against this one, excuse me, is that it's like K-Dops is also a ceiling shot and K-Dops is better. So this can't be the best play of the day, is maybe an argument to make. Like, if you like K-Dops more than this. But the thing is, you know, on a day like today, where we have one that's like the standout, I think we have to kind of, you know, say, okay, disregard the standout best one. Let's talk about, you know, what's going to be second place. Puma saying the shot is too slow and the ball touches the ground. Smork saying, how is number 7 good? Because the angle he comes into it from, man. Look, like, it's not just a ceiling shot. He's, like, coming off the back wall, looping around the ball, and then, you know, using his flip to put it in. Dream saying ranked up 2-0. In which way are you arguing with that, Dream? Are you just sort of stating facts? Like, I feel like ranked is maybe plus points, and up 2-0 at halftime is sort of who cares. Tescom saying, okay, I don't think this one is, like, as cool as everyone else thinks. Well, I mean, at least I don't think. Well, you know, try to talk them out of liking it, Tescom. What do you think they're not seeing? Or what are you, you know, or what are they seeing that isn't there? Or is there something else that's cooler than it may be? The same thing but cooler? Why do you think we shouldn't nominate this, Tescom? Because you're going to have to convince a few people to take some votes back if you don't want this to get nominated. Tescom saying, it's one nice thing for me, a nice adjustment off the ceiling. Okay. You're saying it's sure it's a nice thing, but it's just like one nice thing. And everything else is has like a lot going on. Scordex saying you can't score that with more power coming from that angle, to be honest. And Dream saying it means I dislike it more. Because it's ranked and up to. I will say on a day like today we got a $1,000 tournament. I think ranked is pretty low stakes. But I don't think you can make any points based on the score line for this one. Tescom saying for just a forfeit and it's a slow goal. Okay. Yeah, I think, you know, the people who like it know that, though. You know, I think they're okay with the fact that it's kind of slow and that it leads to a forfeit. Dream saying his speed is great, though. Yeah, right? So anyone being swayed by Tescom and Dream, I guess, sort of? Wanted to take their votes back? Again, you can type, you know, vote 7. If you've already voted for it, it'll take your vote back. Tescom saying, like, it's a good shot, but I feel like it's just a good one-dimensional shot. Yeah, right? I see what you mean by that. Buckdude saying, I will admit the defense wasn't the best. Grocery saying, nah, this one is sick too. Smork saying, the quick drop is good, but defense just let him get that. Yeah, where is the other? Okay, the other defender was probably sitting in net. Yeah, so Godsmiller goes up on the backboard and has some sort of feels backflip or something. And then the other dude is desperately hustling over there. But, you know, being twos and with Godsmiller kind of fucking up, it does leave the net pretty empty. Grocery saying defense had no clue he was doing that, I'm sure. Maybe he'd go up to pass out, instead he shoots. Yeah, that's pretty fair that the defense can't be expecting a shot right there, really. Dream saying defense didn't let him do that. Right. I mean, Godsmill did fuck up. Godsmill feels backflipped or something. Like, maybe he meant to backflip because he didn't want to commit, but then he was in the wrong place, and that's why he backflips, you know? Dream saying Turbo is just way faster than both of them. Okay, that's fair. That's fair. So yeah, it looks like this one's still going in at this point. I'm going to wait 1 or 2 more seconds, or no, more than that, like 10 or 15 more seconds for any new arguments to come in, but doesn't seem like the people who voted for this one are getting swayed. They might have been low on boost, maybe. If he didn't backflip, could he defend that though? Yeah, I think he could have, honestly. You got to watch it from a Watts point of view, but like, if he stays up, you know, he could have gone over here and gotten the clear while Turbo was falling, you know? Tescom seeing, I see why, I guess. Yeah, I see both sides of this one. I definitely see your point that it's like a one-note play, but I also definitely see the people who are saying, no, that's not a note, that's a chord, and it's a beautiful fucking chord. So, all right, we'll say yeah to number 7. And what's that? What's next? 2 and 3, kind of duking it out, but 3's got a little bit more, so let's talk about 3 next. Damn, Alec getting me in my feels. All right, let's see what you guys think of, or let's talk about Turbo for a second. So, at this point, I would say this one is not quite in yet, right? It's still pretty close. So people who like this one, why do you like about it? Why do you think it should be nominated? And people who don't, what do you have against it, and why do you think it shouldn't be nominated? Bluff dude saying, but at the same time, he's so speedy. For sure. Squaredex saying Godsmill thought he was going to pass, so he got off the wall. Yeah, I think that's a pretty good interpretation, Squaredex. I believe that. Dream saying if he knew he was going for the shot, then he could have saved it with boosts. Yeah. But let's move on to this one now. So people who like this one, what do you like about it? People who don't, why not? It does have, what does it have? It has 6 votes on it, and we're down to like 34 people, so it's on the fence. If I can just get some people passionately defending it, I'll probably put it in. Dream saying, but I think Turbo knew he had time to score on the previous goal. Yeah, I think that's true. I mean, I think the argument on this one is really how much do you care about stakes. If you're a big stakes person, you're like, oh shit, look at this. Overtime in the grand finals of a $1,000 tournament? Fuck yeah. But if you don't really care about stakes, you're like, I don't know, man. It's a nice pass and a nice shot, but it's nothing too crazy. Smork saying 2 over 3. All right. And Tescom saying, even though it's OT, I think it's just a clean shot. All right, so again, guys, like I said, this is not necessarily in. So if you guys are big fans of this one, please speak up. Dream saying good, precision, speed, OT. Okay. Precision, nice angle, speed. Yeah. And then the overtimeness. Yeah, sure. All right, take it easy, Slack. Tescom saying it's early in the series, so for me the stakes aren't as high as it really could be or should be for grand finals. Okay. Buckdude saying it tied up the series, though. For sure, for sure. Yeah, to make the series 1-1. Buckdude saying, and I don't think it's that easy of a shot. Okay. Grocery saying besides OT, I think this is what you guys call a Justa. Yeah, it kind of is, but the thing about Justa, right, is that it means that it's just a nice angle, which means that there is nothing else to it than that it is just a nice angle. So when you say besides, you can't just say besides this, it's Justa, you know? Like, besides being alive, I'm just a dead guy. Well, yeah, but I'm alive, so I'm not a dead guy. It's a shitty example, but you see my point? Like, Justa means there is nothing going on like overtime in the grand finals of a $1,000 tournament or like more complicated shit in the play. So like, no, this isn't a Justa because it's in a $1,000 tournament in the grand finals. I fell behind. Dream saying bad, almost open goal, bad placement compared to defender. Smork saying it's not a bad goal, but it's a no from me, dog. Buckdude saying if they took a 2-0 lead, momentum could play a factor. Tescom saying I also don't know what side this falls on really, but Ferry was dumb close to saving that ball. Yeah, I don't know how that makes me feel either. I think it doesn't matter to me really. Square saying nice shot, but what is a 3-time who can't hit those shots consistently? Sure. Nate say, hey, what's up, Nate? Guys, I finally made it. Has so much shit going on lately. Nice, man. Well, I'm glad you made it for a little bit. We're close to finishing up, but we still got a lot to do. Buckdude saying great pass too. Okay, honestly, I'm not putting this in yet. Let's go talk about 2 for a little bit. See how you guys feel about 2. So 2 is also Turbo. This time it's
Heartbreak,
really
and
fast.
we're still alive.
Attack with a nice read, and he gets a nice recovery off the backboard and just goes boom and pops that shit in. So people who like this one, what do you like about it? People who don't, what do you have against it? Buckju saying about the last one, the placement could be better. Nate saying we'll get back to that schedule again starting tonight. Was working on the Rocket League Cup $2,100 league. Yeah, man, for sure. It's always no big deal if you can't do it. I can always just, do it myself. But I do very much appreciate when you do help me out. So I hope you can again. All right, people who like this one, what do you like about it? People who don't, why not? I honestly feel like we might be coming out of here tonight with 2 nominees. It might be just, Turbo's ceiling hook and K-Dop's ceiling shot. We just finished it all. Was like a month of work. Nice, man. That's awesome. Congrats on wrapping it up. Dream saying bad seemed like a predictable clear. Okay. I think it's really the speed of it that is the counter argument to that. Like, yeah, it's predictable, but they had to fucking be right on the fucking ball with that. Tescom saying it's a super fast, shocking, and surprising shot, and even with it being in the final game, it also makes a statement of like, eat my ass, we're gonna win. Okay. Squirtex saying pre-jump, clean, and speedy as fuck. Dream saying good, speed, read, reactions after first hit. Smork saying I like the deny to get a quick goal like that. Okay. I would definitely like to remind you guys, if you haven't voted for this yet, to vote yeah for it, because I'm really on the fence with these 2 and 3s, and if anyone wants to put a vote, vote 2 for this one or vote 3 for the last one, it would definitely help making this decision. Nate's saying I like it. Yeah, we're in round 3 now, Nate, so you gotta do vote 2. However, have you seen number 5 and number 7, which, as you see, are kind of towering over the others? Because the question is still, do you think it's on par with those? Although we can kind of leave off 5, but if you think it's on par with number 7. All right, anyone got anything else to add on this one here? I think this one's pretty straightforward, honestly, in terms of analysis. I'm not saying it's a straightforward play. I'm just saying in terms of analyzing it and, what we have to talk about. I don't think there's a whole lot. Yeah, see, right now, I don't think we can I think right now we got to just go with 5 and 7, honestly. We can talk about 8 and 9 a little bit. I'm going to say 1 is definitely out and 4 is arguable. Dream saying I think you should start deleting. Yeah, I don't actually delete once they get to this point. It would be nice for clarity's sake, but then it would also fuck up the vote numbers, so I'm going to leave them all in instead of going this way. No, I'm going to keep doing it this way. Tesco saying the only thing I can say is that it kind of proves a point to the other team. Yeah, for sure. Smork saying I would really get demotivated if that deny happened to me. Yeah. Okay. That's the guy that was on the wall passing it, yeah. All right, let's talk about 8 real quick. What is 8? Oh, 8's this one? Yeah, I don't know. I would say this one is definitely not going in unless anyone passionately argues for it. So who thinks this should be nominated? Along with, K-Dop's crazy ceiling shot, Turbo's crazy ceiling shot, and then possibly Turbo's quick read and Turbo's angle. SquareX saying, can't believe more people think their ranked hook shot was better than this. Yeah. It's definitely a lot cooler of a shot, and in my experience, people tend not to care about stakes as much as you'd sort of hope they would. Buckdude saying, I love the play, but compared to 5 and 7, it's just not possible. Yeah, for sure. Dream taking his vote back from number 4. Okay. Yeah, again, anyone want to argue that this one should be included? I guess let's throw 2 and 3 in. Fuck it. They had some support, and 2 is just too few for a night as good as today. So I think, yeah, you know what? I'm changing my tune. I'm saying let's put 2 and 3 in. I'm saying that's not going in, and if you're typing out an argument, keep going. I'll listen to it. But for right now, I'm saying 8 doesn't really seem to have a chance. Show 5 and 7 maybe. I have a whole bunch of times, Jerome. You can see them at the link that is immediately above your message if you want to watch them yourself. All right, and let's take a look at 9 real quick. So yeah, anyone want to argue that this one should be nominated? Grocery saying that whole play looked calculated to me. Did they have comms? I don't know, man. I would go no, honest. Maybe they had comms, but it definitely doesn't look calculated to me. It definitely looks like the dude in the middle is sort of just, you know, like, oh, I can get a touch on that. And then, you know, Mikey just finishes it off. I also think even if it's calculated, it doesn't compete with these other ones we've got. I don't know. So, yeah, anyone want to argue for this one? Smork saying, nah, it's a straight up luck. Dream saying, I don't think this is good enough. Yeah, I don't think so either. I'm just leaving the floor open for anyone who might particularly love it to, you know, get their chance to defend it. And I'm just going to skip 1 and 4. If you've seen 1 and 4 and think I'm being unfair, please speak up or, you know, toss a vote on it. But I think with 1 vote, I don't think they really stand any kind of chance. All right, I'm going to run through 5, 7, 2, and 3 again, the ones we're nominating. And I'm gonna say, let's get rid of that and start bumping these guys up. All right, so I'm saying we're going with these 4. Please show 4 again. Fuck. Well, now it's all fucked. 4, I think, was, yeah, fuck. I think 4 was this one. No, go away. You're not supposed to be there. I'm still curious if it was intentionally. Is it this one here? Okay, yeah, we should actually talk about this one. This one is now, oh, it's still 4. Oh, no. Don't pay attention to that number. That number is wrong. So if you think this should go in, let's go back to the vote yeah system. If you think this should go in, say vote yeah.
Here in the second series, and already Bricks have to answer a couple of questions.
Yep, the lads with the first seed in entire qualifiers just absolutely getting done. Mark by 8. Oh, this was so good. I don't know, like, State just putting it back, trying to be a nuisance, and Mark by 8's just seeing the opportunity. Jumps on the ball, Goomba stomps it, and it just...
So yeah, anyone think this should be nominated? Again, we're switching back over to vote nays and vote yays for right now. Hold on, I can make... Yeah, you know what? No, that's going to confuse people. Let's just copy and paste. And there we go. Yeah, okay. All right, so Dream, you do think this should be nominated? Okay, you want to argue? Because you're kind of alone. And Nate's saying yeah to this too. Where was Nate's? Yeah, that must have been from earlier. Yeah, okay. Nate has not said yes to this play. All right, take it easy, Jesney. I don't know. I think it just doesn't compare with the others. It would be nice to have a team play in there, but I think ultimately at the end of the day, this is sort of... It has an Inspector Gadget-y kind of feel to it. You said, yeah, like a long time ago, Nate. Like many moons ago. I just had... The vote board doesn't reset at this point, so it's like still on there. I think it's intentional, Dream. I wouldn't say it's not intentional. I just sort of feel like, you know, it's sort of just like, and then this happened, and then that happened, and then that happened, and like, oh shit, we got a goal, you know, like, it doesn't reek of plannedness. I believe it's intentional. I've been arguing it's intentional this whole time. I think the final shot, unarguably intentional. It lacks a sort of cohesion to it that I would sort of like. Tier 3 luck? What's tier 3 luck, Nate? Mr. Dribbles. Thank you very much for the follow. All right, so anyone besides Dream feeling this one, or Dream you want to, you know, argue for it a little bit more? Oh, Dream saying, actually, I think this is better than 3 and 4s. Okay, you want to explain why, Dream? Because I don't think people agree with you, and you're going to have to convince some folks. Smork saying shot was intended, setup wasn't. Yeah, my thinking is the first pass right there is kind of just like a let me just put this in front of the goal thing. Maybe it was attempted to be a shot. Maybe he was just trying to be a center. I don't know. I think he's just trying to like push it in front of the goal. And then I think... sorry, I wanted to do this in slow-mo. I think the second pass definitely seems like it was supposed to be a shot. I don't think he's like, oh, well, you know, my teammate's about to fall right behind me. Let me just poke this ball slightly farther back. But then the shot, I think, is definitely intentional. Marco's saying, yeah, I like this, but others are better tonight. Right, which is the question. Dream saying I'm thinking more about the pass from the backflipping guy. Yeah, that one's debatable in my mind. I'm 50-50 on whether he meant that as a pass or was just trying to shoot it or was just trying to touch it or what. Grocer saying the backflip was a bad shot. I think that's a definitely possible. Hot dog, this is still going on. Yeah, man. Marathon tonight, strangest. Coming up on hour 5, or finishing hour 5, coming up on hour 6. We're almost done though. All right, Dream. You're running out of time to convince some people. Buck, you saying this could have been a great contender, but the fast pass felt too accidental. Yeah, I think there's just too many people who just aren't buying that this was on purpose. Dream saying I'm done, vote nay. All right, yeah. All right, so the very last thing I'm going to do is go through these 4 one last time and just sort of ask, do you think they should all be nominated? Do you think maybe we should leave off 1, maybe leave off 2? I don't know. So I'm just going to play through them all and then say, like, do you guys think we're good with these nominees or do you think we should cut? And then, tell me which one you think we should cut. All right, so again, I think we're going with all 4, but if everyone's like, nah, get this one out of there, we might get that last one out. So, yeah, let's just do that real quick. I'm going to turn... yeah, I'm going to turn this off for now. All right, so here's Turbo.
Heartbreak, and we're still alive in this one, but they're standing against a pretty tall task. 2 games in a row to win. Team Dignitas are on the one. And if it's Turbo Pulse, when you're playing against a player like that, when he can just do this, then this, then this, you are in trouble.
All right, let's say that one's Turbo Speedy. Yeah. Appropriately, Scoredex, if we go with all 3 of them, he will be nominated 3 times. Anyways, here's Turbo's OT Angle.
Seeing the kickoff goals happening from the both sides, and that reset sort of gives you a great opportunity. If your boost starts, bam, you're in even situation again. Everyone starts from the very same spot, and these passes would work out.
Turbo!
Yes, they will. That's a champion, world champion for you, Turbo Pulso. Nice to know you, and from what a great pass from Violet Panda as well.
1-1 now. Dignitas are gonna.
Tescom saying and he won't even win. Yeah, it does feel like this next one here from KDOP is definitely been the crowd favorite every time so far.
And perhaps a little bit more coherence. Just dropping the ball like that really wouldn't help the
KDOP!
What?
Even Turbo Pulsar is shocked at that one. KDOP getting it underneath Fairy Pete and double pinches it back in to the back of the net.
So that's KDOP, and then here's Turbo's ceiling hook shot.
What in the fuck is Turbo doing?
I'm pretty good with all 4 of these, honestly.
What the fuck did Turbo just do? Well, Turbo's fucking nuts.
Holy shit, that's the first time I've seen this. KDOP is so stupidly good. I know, right? How are you not watching this shit, strangers? Are you not a fan of Rival Esports? They have been going downhill recently, I think. Nate saying tier 3 luck when you pull off a play that is possible, that looked or predicted possible, but just happened naturally because your teammates had lucky reactions. Best I got. Yeah, I get what you're going for there, right? That's like, wasn't really anything lucky, but was just sort of like A led to B, led to C, led to D, led to E, and then you scored. E is scoring, but like at A, you definitely didn't see E coming. It just sort of like, it's the 3 body problem is what it is, which is exactly why it should be. Okay, yeah, Nate, you know what, we're making that a thing. Tier 3 luck is the 3 body problem. The 3 body problem, for those of you guys who may not know, is like basically when you have 3 bodies moving in a system in space. Oh, you know what? Fuck it. We'll put that aside for later. If you guys care, in 5 minutes, ask me that. For right now, what do you guys think about these 4? Should we go with all 4 of them, or should we, maybe get rid of some of the Turbo? Tescom saying, I mean, I still don't think the hook shot or the OT Turbo are the best, but I don't care enough to try and change it. They're good. Yeah, I mean, you're gonna have to fight hard to get rid of the hook shot. The OT Turbo, I think, stays in just because it's like the highest stakes out of any of them, right? This isn't the one that was in game. This is the one that's in game 1. Okay, so they're all kind of high stakes. Yeah, I don't know. I could see getting rid of the Turbo OT Angle, especially because
Heartbreak.
Yeah, I mean, the others aren't in overtime, but they're in later games in the series. Squirdex saying rank shot can go. Nah, the rank shot was like the most popular of all the turbo ones. You guys are gonna have to fight really hard, like I said, to get rid of the hook shot one. Stranger saying I was visiting my sweet old grandparents. Oh, that's nice. Buckdude saying the angle can go. Modsmark saying we can't help it. Turbo's a 3-time. We gotta get 3 turbos. Yeah. And Squirdex saying no wait, the OT angle is worse. Right, exactly. I think Turbo's OT angle should get dropped back down. I think we should keep these 2 turbos in, but this one, the only thing it has going for it is stakes, and honestly, the stakes aren't that much better than the other ones. Gersh saying OT angle is the worst of the 4. Tescom saying, yeah, I'm just not try for the hook shot anymore, but the OT shot was just a shot in an early OT game. Yeah, I agree with that. Okay, anyone want to argue to save this one? I think this one can go. Stranger saying I think OT can go. Yeah, all right. Yeah, I think when you play them all like this one kind of definitely stands out as the weakest link. Kind of definitely. Alright, so let's go with these 3. That seems like a really solid list. Moy guys, OT Turbo here. Sounds good? Yeah, last chance for any objections to this right here. We looking good? We feeling good about it? I know some people don't like the hook around ceiling shot, but a lot of people did really like the ceiling shots. That one's pretty solidly in. K-Dop is obviously in. Turbo's read with speed is I don't know. We could get rid of it, but I'd rather have 3 anyways. I'd vote remove OT angle as well. We just what do you mean as well, Dream? That's the one we got rid of. Oh, you're saying I also vote remove OT angle. I got you, man. Okay. Yeah, all right. That's going to settle it. Last chance. All right. Yep. Meeting adjourned, guys. Well done. Woo! Woo, baby! That was a good one. Nice little 5-hour stream for your Sunday. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I had a nice time with you all. I'm really loving this new voting system, I gotta be honest. I would have been so miserable and dead right now if we hadn't had that and I had to, you know, fucking mentally calculate all that shit out. Is this a Chimblade original playlist? We might be done with Chimblade's playlist and moving on to better things. But yeah, we got some Oh no, it looks like this is still on the Funk playlist. Wolfpack Beastly. Good job with the Wolf, Chimbo, yep. Yeah, I don't know if that's the correct playlist, Strangest. Yeah, that's not the one we're listening to. Can I get a link? Yeah. This is the playlist we're listening to. Alright, so I do this show every Sunday through Friday at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. The first couple hours are, we're just going around looking at clips, right? So it's a little more hit or miss in terms of the Rocket League that we watch. But, it's fun. We have an awesome time. We see all kinds of crazy shit. And honestly, it's a great way to keep up with, everything going on in the Rocket League community, just going through all those clips that we watch. So, come hang out for that. Or if you just want the good Rocket League because you're a hard-hearted bastard who doesn't want, friends or fun or anything, you just want good Rocket League, maybe show up more around 8:30 Eastern Time because that's when we get into the, round 2 and start just looking at the shit that we've already picked. But, come have fun with us in round 1. Show up at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. Again, it is every Sunday through Friday, 6 p.m. Eastern Time. Round 2 usually starts at 8:30. Make sure you're following on Twitter and joining our Discord. Cool things happen in those places, and you don't want to miss them. So you got to click those links and then follow and shit. Squirdex. Be like Squirdex, guys, and make sure you're following on Twitch, too, so that you can, catch the next one of these. I'm pretty well fucking knackered at this point, so I'm gonna head the fuck out and go eat a pizza or some shit. But thank you guys very much for making this an awesome show and for helping us pick out the thing. What was the 3 moving things explanation thing, Des? Oh, okay, yeah. The 3 body problem is this really fascinating idea that is honestly so fucking cool. One of my favorite writers introduced me to it. If you want to read a little bit more about it, check out. What am I copying a Google search link like a fucking Neanderthal? But yeah, so here's an essay. It's a lot more about investing and money management and interpreting the world than it is about the actual 3B body problem. There's also a book that he recommends that I've read after reading that. It's fucking phenomenal. It's this Chinese sci-fi book. It's a trilogy actually, and it's really, really good. Anyways, the 3-body problem is that like when you have 3 bodies moving in space in a system, right? Like you can have like a binary star, you can have like a star with like things orbiting it, but when you have 3 bodies orbiting around each other, it has been proven mathematically to be impossible to predict where they will be at time t. All you can do is say, okay, I know they're moving, I know they're here and they're moving at this rate. So, you know, in the next second, they're going to be here. In the next instant, they're going to be here, 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 here. And you can sort of like step by step calculate where they will be at time t. But you can't say, there is no formula that exists. It's like, you know, plug in these numbers and at time t, you will get, you know, this set of relationships. And it's really fucking fascinating when you like grok that is actually true, that it cannot be predicted. Mathematically, it can't be predicted where shit is going to be. And you start looking at our world and you go like, well, shit, man, there are so many things that are like 3-body systems that we like to think we can predict, but really all we can do is sort of just like calculate, okay, here's going to be next, here's going to be next, here's going to be next. It's a really, really interesting concept to think about. But I'm too tired to really think about it with you guys in any great detail. So now I'm going to sign off. Go read that article and go read fucking everything Ben Hunt has ever written, because it's like, you know, he's a phenomenal writer. It has a really, really good insight into like how the world fits together and shit. It's like how the tide goes in and out. We can't explain it. Yeah, exactly, Strangest. Exactly. You know, very, 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 very true. All right, guys, that's it for me. Thanks again for hanging out. I love you all. This was awesome. Hope I see you again sometime. Have an awesome rest of your night. Adios. I love you. Goodbye.